Friends and family, welcome to Bemusing Bill, and I am Bill, and you guys are awesome. This is going to be more Brandi Carlile live. This is going to be Brandi playing on the Howard Stern show, and she is covering one of the classic Elton John songs, Madman, Across the Water. Now, that's a song that was written by Bernie Taupin, and it came out like in the early 70s. I want to say somewhere between 70 and, I don't know, 73 or 74 maybe, somewhere in the early 70s. And it's one of Elton John's biggest ones. The funny thing is I didn't even know that what the title of the song was for the longest time. Never knew that that's what it was called. But I knew the song so much. I knew the melody. I knew some of the lines in the song, but I never understood what it was about. So after we check out this video, we're going to do a deep dive on the lyrics like we always do here as much as possible. It's all about words and music, friends. All about words and music. My dear sister Gwen requested this song, so I'm more than happy to check out some more Brandi Carlile. And I've become a big fan of Brandi Carlile. I think her voice is fantastic. I think that she plays guitar extremely well. She's extremely gifted. Her band is great. In advance. I'm going to pull up the screen now so I can do the love thing right here. Howard Stern, subscribe, thumbs up. We're going to go. Oh, yeah, this is going to be nice. This is going to be nice. Kids, you ready? Buckle up. Let's do it.
Elton John song, Madman Across the Water. It's arguably one of his best songs. It's a great album. Why is that the song that you chose to perform?
I think it's really rhythmically unique.
Right.
And there's something really unhinged about it. It always makes you feel like you're on the edge of your seat, like the whole thing could fall apart at any moment. And indeed, sometimes it does. And I love the lyric, man. It's
What's
about
that
like
mean
a
to
proper
you?
weirdo.
Who is the Madman Across the Water?
He is Bernie will have a different take on this maybe than I do, but I think that he's a man of like great wisdom who makes a spectacle of himself and realizes that he's being laughed at and that he's not being fully appreciated for his genius, but he can kind of take it.
So here's Phil, Brandi, Tim, Nikki, Kylene, and Josh doing Madman Across the Water. You're in for a treat.
I can see very well. There's a boat on the reef with a broken back, and I can see it very well. There's a joke, and I know it very well. It's one of those that I told you long ago. Take my word, I'm a madman, don't you know? Once a fool had a good part in a play. If it's so, would I still be here today? It's quite peculiar in a funny sort of way. They think it's very funny, everything I say. Get a load of him, he's so insane. You better get your coat, dear. It looks like a ride. Come again,
It's freaking great. Ooh, she is just so freaking great. I love her voice, what she can do with it. I mean, it is like, sometimes it's like throwing a javelin. It's just right through you, you know? I just absolutely love the power she puts behind her voice. This is so cool, too. What a great arrangement on acoustic guitars. Now they got the strings coming up, to fill up that spot. You know, we're so used to hearing Elton's piano. This gives it a totally different vibe and feel. It feels darker, you know? It feels a little more, like right from the gut, you know? It's hard for me to put my finger on it, but I think you got what I'm saying. I want to go back. I want to hear that voice again. I got to hear that voice.
It's quite peculiar in a funny sort of way. They think it's very funny, everything I say. Get a load of him, he's so insane. You better get your coat, dear. It looks like a rain. Come again next Thursday afternoon. The in-laws hope they'll see you very soon. But is it in your conscience? Sure after another glimpse of the madman across the
Wow. Nice. So awesome to have this whole thing acoustic. There's an upright piano right there, but this is all strings. So an acoustic bass guitar, which you don't see too many people playing, really, you know. And of course, two regular acoustic guitars. It looks like there's a viola in the back, violin in the front, cello. So you got a really good low end. You got a lot of mid-range with the guitars and a lot of that upper end with the violin, viola. That is a really nice full mix of music going on right here. You can hear it. It's just so beautiful. Nice.
I can see very well. There's a boat on the reef with a broken back, and I can see it very well.
Love it.
There's a joke, and I know it very well. It's one of those that I told you long ago. Well, take my word, I'm a madman, don't you know? The ground's a long way down, but I need more. Is there nothing really black or are the windows painted? And will they come again next week? Can my mom really take it? Oh, no, no. Come again next Thursday afternoon. The in-laws hope they'll see you very soon. But is it in your conscience? Sure after another glimpse of the madman across the
Wow. Wow. Woo. Wow. Nice. Yeah. Fire, man, fire. Not easy to do solos on acoustic guitars. I mean, it's just the way the strings are, the way the setup is. It's not like, a lot of electric guitars where you can really, really get those strings really close to the frets without any buzzing and stuff. This is so cool. It fits so beautifully into it. What's meant by staccato is a sharp end to a note. Instead of having that note ring. So this is what really drives their version here, is that dun, that that's the staccato, that sharp stop. Dun, 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 that's held. So you're writing those notes longer. But that stop there, man, that makes it. That really makes the song. I get what she's saying about it falling apart, or the possibility that it could. It feels like it's just held together. So cool. So cool. Let's go back just a little bit. Clap.
Wow. Man, I didn't want that to stop.
Word. I agree with you. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that arrangement a lot. I like those harmonics that you hear in the guitar playing too. That bing ding, it's like a ring out. It's very lightly touching the string with your finger right above the metal fret. And when you pluck it, you release your finger and you get that ring. It's called a harmonic. And it's really, really well played in that with all that sound. Just to give it that little bit of a nuance there. So wonderful to hear that in an arrangement. It's so great to see an arrangement like that anyway, with nothing but strings, which is so cool. Let me just drop that and pull up Elton John's original lyrics. I can see very well there's a boat on the reef with a broken back, and I could see it very well. There's a joke and I know it very well. It's one of those that I told you long ago. Take my word, I'm a madman, don't you know? Once a fool had a good part in the play. If it's so, would I still be here today? It's quite peculiar in a funny sort of way. They think it's very funny, everything I say. Get a load of him. He's so insane. You'd better get your coat, dear. It looks like rain. Well, come again next Thursday afternoon. The in-laws hope they'll see you very soon. But is it your conscience that you're after? Another glimpse of the madman across the water? I could see very well. There's a boat on the reef with a broken back, and I can see it very well. I'm not sure what that's referring to. I'm not sure if that means, because the song is the Madman Across the Water, right? So if a boat is washed upon shore, or what do they call it when it's brought up onto the shore? Said its back, it's broken, so it's not seaworthy anymore, right? So maybe it refers to that sense of this person is here now, like I could see it now, like almost like where I came from. It's hard to understand where the direction of this song is going in so far. I love the way it's written. Once a fool had a good part in the play. If it's so, would I still be here today? I'm not sure. It's quite peculiar in a funny sort of way. They think it's very funny, everything I say. Get a load of him, he's so insane. Referring to the Madman Across the Water. I can see very well there's a boat on the reef with a broken back. I can see it very well. There's a joke, and I know it very well. It's one of those that I told you long ago. Take my word, I'm a madman, don't you know? Maybe it's about perspective. About the narrator is, sees himself as a madman. Maybe this is the way he thinks people see him as well. I'm not sure. But that is interesting, right? I mean, there's a joke, and I know it very well. It's one of those that I told you long ago. Take my word, I'm a madman, don't you know? The ground's a long way down, but I need more. Is the nightmare black, or are the windows painted? Will they come again next week? Can my mind really take it? Who is he referring to? Will they come back next week? There's so much going on here, folks. I honestly don't know what to make out of this. I got to look this up. Or, you know what? If you guys have interpretations, I'd rather that. I'd rather ponder this. Let this roll around the old noggin and see what I can come up with. But I'd love to hear if you have any interpretations at all. Or just let me know what you think of Brandi's version here. This was an amazing performance. Yeah, the ground's a long way down, but I need more. Will they come again next week? Can my mind really take it? We'll come again next Thursday afternoon. The in-laws hope they'll see you very soon. But is it in your conscience that you're after another glimpse of the madman across the water? Deep, man. Bernie, what are you doing to us? What are you talking about here? Is this, usually great artists, they will leave. They won't say what it's about. They want their audience members to do what we're doing right now and contemplate this and think about this. Brilliant poetry here, folks. I'd love to hear your interpretations. I got to admit, right now, I'm stumped. Can you believe it? A song, it's over 50 years old, that I've heard so many times in my life I can't even possibly count. Only now, getting into the lyrics and being completely befuddled. And this is not befuddled, Bill, but it should be, perhaps, because right now, yes, I'm befuddled. Listen, Gwen, my dear, dear sister, I love you, and I am so thankful that you put this one in front of me. This was awesome. This really was awesome. So cool to see them in this setting. Until the next one, my dear friends, my dear Gwen, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Uncle Bill loves you guys. Peace.